We're back.
We're back from the woods.
We made it off the mountain safely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a little bit of foraging for mushrooms.
We got a good one right there in the bowl.
Yeah, this is the aspen bolete that Chuck found.
That was my first mushroom extraction.
Yeah. So we're going
Would you call it that? I extracted it from the soil. Okay.
Sure, why not? Yeah. So what we're going to make today are what I'm going to call liver and onion dumplings in mushroom broth.
Oh, the mind boggles.
So we're kind of basing it off of a traditional German type liver dumplings, which they serve in a broth. But we're going to incorporate mushroom into it, wild mushrooms.
Fantastic.
You know, a funny story, when I was younger in the 90s, there was a chef, his name was Keith Floyd. You ever see Keith Floyd? He's this crazy restaurateur chef, and he had these TV shows on PBS. Always drinking on camera, and he was like an old lush, and he was totally addicted to that show. He was doing dumplings recipes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it always stuck with me.
Cool.
So this is kind of my version of that,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot different. So the first thing I'm going to do. So actually, I'm going to go over the ingredients that we have here. These are some dried mushrooms these are actually dried porcini mushrooms. They're dried king bolete mushrooms that I collected last week out in the woods. Chuck loves to smell it, yeah.
Oh man.
He's huffing mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm huffing. I'm vaping shrooms, dude.
And then I also have some old rolls, old rolls. They're like a few day old rolls that are drier, which I diced some of them up. We have our mushroom. This is our aspen bolete, which Chuck found. I have some herbs, parsley, chives, and thyme. Our beef liver.
No, The Blob.
The Blob.
Starring Steve McQueen. I never forget when The Blob came out of the theater.
Yeah.
You know,
You know
I
how
was a
they killed
little
it?
guy.
Remember how they killed it?
Electricity, I believe, wasn't it?
Cold.
Cold.
Yeah, I think they lured it into the walk-in cooler or something in the
Lured it into the slimy and cool.
Yeah, because they were like spraying it with fire extinguishers too, I think.
I think so. Yeah. Long time since I saw that, but what a great movie.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorites. Salt and pepper. I have some nutmeg, eggs, white onion, and some milk. And then over here we have our beef broth, and that's what we're going to start with. So I'm going to I've got the beef broth just starting to warm up here, and I'm going to infuse this with some of that rich porcini flavor. So we're going to make a mushroomy, beefy broth. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm going to take some of these porcinis, these dried king boletes, and I'm going to put them into our beef broth here.
Oh, I gotta see this. Toss them right in, huh?
Yeah. Just a few. I'm not need to put a ton. And when you dry this type of mushroom, it really intensifies the flavor of them.
Awesome.
Really intense. You can tell
Well,
the
the smell is just incredible. Yeah.
So I'm going to infuse my beef broth with the mushrooms. I'm going to strain those mushrooms out later. We're just going to use them for the flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, different on you guys. So our next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our bread. So these are those like couple of day old rolls. They're a little bit dry, which is what we want because they're going to help soak up the moisture. I'm going to add a little bit of milk to this.
Now my granddaddy used to put cornbread in his big glass of milk and stir it all up and just drink it. And all the kids at the table were like, "Oh my God!" And then he'd pop his teeth out. And we were little, so that naturally was frightening the first time. But you just reminded me of that. That doesn't look disgusting, though.
You remind me of my grandfather used to pop his teeth out.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Chuck.
Okay.
I don't know, I put 2 of those rolls in here, and I'm not sure how much milk, maybe like a half a cup of milk. We're just winging this, so.
Yeah.
So, get the milk starting to absorb into that, and we'll put this aside. And then I'm going to start getting some of the other flavorings ready for it, so we just need some onion.
Some onion.
Onion, maybe half of a large. This is a pretty large onion, so I'm going to use half of this. And I'm going to chop it pretty fine. Just like that, maybe small dice. I have a pan, just a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter over here.
I've combined the old Buck Owens song Buckaroo with Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. So I call it Here Comes Son of Buckaroo. All right, here we go.
While he was playing the song, so I started chopping up a little bit of Italian parsley and a little bit of fresh thyme. And we have our saute pan, which I had the butter and the olive oil, and I put the chopped onion in there. And I'll get that in there. Okay, do a little salt and pepper. There's the pepper coming out of there. Yeah, there it is. A little salt. And in this I'm also going to add a little bit of nutmeg. Actually a good amount of nutmeg there. Alright, put that in the stove. So the mushrooms are doing their thing. We're going to let this saute up.
And I'm merely here to supervise. I have my supervisor's, well, I would have my supervisor's cap on if I had one.
You know, what I didn't add to this was the mushroom. I
Ah.
gotta go back and get the mushroom.
Okay.
So. Looks nice.
Now, you might want to tell the viewers you've already cleaned the mushroom very well.
Yes, I washed. I did wash the mushroom as soon as we got back. Checked it for bugs. Sometimes some of these mushrooms can be kind of buggy,
Oh, wow.
which I did make sure that this one's really clean. Add that to our onions. Good, smells good already.
Yeah.
So we're really trying to build up those, the flavors, but the mushroom flavor.
Yeah.
So we're putting mushrooms in the dumplings, the fresh mushrooms. We have the dried mushrooms, which have an intense flavor.
Yeah.
We're infusing that into our broth, and then the rest, liver and onions.
Liver and onions.
Yeah,
That's because we're the liver and onion guys.
that's right. Turn this down do their thing, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to work on the rest. We have this, so this is a beef liver. We have about a pound of beef liver here. It is a pound of beef liver. And we need to
You
puree.
found that out in front of a movie theater, right?
Yeah. So we're really trying to just puree in it. Alright. So we get a bowl. So I have our breadcrumbs, which we had soaked in milk. I'm going to put those into there. Into a bigger bowl. Add our liver to this. Actually, I'm going to grab spatula. Get all this out of here. Doesn't look very good now, but
Not yet.
not yet. Sauteed onions and mushrooms.
Wow.
Doesn't look so bad.
That was an improvement.
And then also to this, we're going to add 2 eggs.
Mhm.
So. 2 eggs. All right.
Kind of like liver loaf.
It kind of is. I think I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper to this. I'm going to add a little bit of breadcrumbs to this. So this is starting to look nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the refrigerator. I'm going to let this set up a little bit, and then we're going to come back to it.
So what happened is, I put strings on this guitar in the cabin here a couple of years ago, and picked it up and went. And Brian immediately goes, we got to record that. So we did. That's all I had. And I totally forgot it until a year later when he brought it back on his phone. And then it became this. right.
All right.
The Coco Nino Madrigal. I played that at a place that I play a lot, and one of the members of the audience just flat out said it sounded like you were sitting in the woods.
Hmm.
And I went, wow, cool. The cabin energy is in that song.
Exactly, the energy of the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In Sweden, the old guys toast like that. No words, they don't waste any time. Clack your glass, get to drinking.
Yep.
Yep.
So with our liver dumplings tonight, we're pairing one of my favorite beers. This is a seasonal beer. This is a Oktoberfest. It's a Marzen from Einger. It's a real German beer, which is a Bavarian beer.
Quite
And
good.
Very good. And we're doing a Bavarian style soup, so I thought it'd be a perfect pairing with that. So it's really good. Here's the Einger.
You ever been in a German beer hall?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Blew me away. First off, yes, there are Fräuleins with 6 mugs of beer on each hand. Big mugs. I mean, we were talking. Yeah. They're stronger than I am. And the other thing that was notable was the amount and the different varieties of pork that they served. It was wow. Pork everywhere.
As well it should be.
Yeah. Excellent.
Simmering for about half an hour, so pretty soon I'm going to strain those. I'll just lift the thyme and the mushrooms out of there, so we have a clear broth.
Yeah.
We're going to use that for our soup.
Wow.
We're ready. Our dumpling mixture was in the refrigerator for about half an hour, so it's firmed up a little bit. All that bread soaked up a lot of that moisture. Then I'm going to get some wet hands.
Time to go with dumpling.
I do a dumpling. Make some dumplings. Hopefully these will stay together.
Oh, this is going to be good.
You can use 2 spoons to do this also. You have to use your hands. So this makes quite a bit here.
I can see that.
So I'm just going to let these gently simmer and do their thing, and we'll come back to them when they're done. Oh, delicious.
Oh, man.
So-
Can't wait.
Yeah, so we're going to serve them up.
Yep.
So we'll bring them over here to our counter.
Illinois dumplings.
Liver and onion dumplings.
Yes, sir. I feel like Mighty Hunter. Ah, you got 2 in there that time.
You get fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Some broth.
Oh man, this is gonna be good.
We have some of the fresh mushroom that it's going to cook in the broth here. So we're just layering the flavors of the mushroom. We have it infused into the broth.
Yeah.
We have the mushroom cooked into the dumplings. And then we're also going to put this fresh mushroom in here just to kind of layer all those mushroom flavors. Some chives, so now liver and onions, some more liver and onions. Little chives. And then we'll garnish it with nice little dried.
The presentation.
There you go.
Oh man.
And there it is.
Yeah. All right.
Liver and onion dumpling soup with mushrooms.
With mushrooms.
Yeah. All right. Let's try it.
Let's go, man.
All right.
Oh. Did I tell you I had a dream last night that a mushroom was eating me? I think I told you that. Yeah. Okay. Mmm. Well, that's incredible. Mmm. Serious liver and mushroom flavor.
Yep.
Wow.
Definitely all the flavors through the liver and onions,
Yeah, it's all
the
in there.
mushroom. I think it goes together really well.
Oh yeah. Now let's see. Mm.
Oh, it'll definitely go well with the beer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
What a perfect meal after a long day in the woods.
Well, we spent 6 hours on the Mogollon Rim
Yes.
chasing these little dudes down.
Yep.
Yep.
And it was well worth it.
Worth every minute. Yep. Mmm. Mmm.
Those dried mushrooms really impart a great, rich, earthy flavor
Oh.
to the broth.
Yeah, it's deep.
Yeah, it's very deep.
Mm. Just another day in the lives of the liver and onion guys.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.